So we've been tracking Shiba Inu since essentially day one here. Actually, it was day one here on the channel. If you guys ever want to go back and look, July 25th, 2022 was the very first video I ever did. And wow, it was very, very cringe, guys. We've come a long way since then, I will say that. But we've obviously tracked the price of Shiba Inu during this time as well. And we have an interesting thing forming on the charts here. Now, I will say I've officially moved this bottom support line here. This ascending support line we've had for over 365 days broken. We're not there anymore. We had that breakout or break below confirmation on the 5th. So now we are following this long-term support level around this 5077 level. And what we're essentially beginning to form here is a triple bottom. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We're testing it right now. And if Shiba Inu can hold this, this is extreme support, extreme strength. This would be such a great floor for the next leg up. Okay, you know exactly where Shiba Inu is at. And this is, again, played out over the course of a year. It last came down and tried to touch this almost exactly a year ago. It was on June, I believe, June 18th or something like that. If I remember correctly, that's when the whole market came down and tried to test. Now, you may be wondering what we're going to see here before Shiba Inu needs to make a move, right? It needs to make a move basically by July 4th, I believe it is, before we break out of this pattern. Okay, we've obviously got this descending triangle forming. We followed this downward trend for quite some time, and Shiba Inu is likely going to get a little sideways here. As always, this is not financial advice, but what you have to realize is it may come up and try to retest some of these levels. It may break up to the mid 8 levels. We have some things happening over the next 30 days here. We have a CPI report on the 13th. We have an FOMC meeting on the conclusion on the 14th. We have a PCE report late this month. There's a lot of things that are going to influence the overall crypto market. And right now, that's what Shiba Inu is truly dependent on. It's truly dependent on the overall price of BTC, the sentiment in the market. All that stuff plays a big part in what Shiba Inu is doing at this time. Now, there's some things obviously that could get Shiba Inu going either upwards or downwards. You know, if we have some more whales selling right now, there's a net inflow into Shiba Inu as far as large transactions go, which is great to see. Whales, they're defending this level, this position that they have, which, excuse me, which makes sense. They don't want us to get as cheap a buys as they have been able to get, but they've been defending this very well. Now, if we get some launches for Shiba Inu as well, if we get some more unveilings, you know, great news coming down the line in terms of shibarium and stuff like that, we could see some moves to the upside. But right now, we're kind of stuck. We're kind of stuck moving sideways, and that's okay. I am okay with this taking time to play out. Honestly, if this continues to move sideways out of this pattern that we've been in for this long period of time, I am okay with that as well. I want to see strength in Shiba Inu. A lot of people have talked about, you know, the price moving down and stuff like that. If you're not happy with the price moving sideways, that's not a good sign, right? Sideways movement is okay. Consolidation is okay. I want to see Shiba Inu tighten to the point where it almost becomes a stable coin before it begins to break up. That just shows how much strength there is behind Shiba Inu, how much support there is. That's a lot of what we've seen so far. We've again gotten into several periods of time where Shiba Inu has gotten into this sideways trading, this lack of volatility before it makes a big move to the upside. Let me go back to the charts. Okay. We've seen this extended periods of sideways trading. It was a lot shorter in June of last year. It got a little longer at the very tail end of this last year. And we got into this sideways trading again here before we obviously made the move down with the whole SEC stuff. Obviously that brought us lower than we probably should have been at this time, but it kind of is what it is. You know, black swan events, macro events, you know, they're going to play an impact regardless, but I want to see SHIB trade sideways. I want to see this support before we make that move to the upside. The longer you trade sideways, the longer you're in consolidation, the bigger of a move you can make. That's a key thing to remember here. So that's what's going on with the price of SHIB right now. We'll obviously see how this all plays out, but I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. You know, we're getting through these times together. I'm right there with you guys, and we will get through this time. Appreciate you. Have a great day, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care.